Ladies and gentlemen, hey, hi, how you doing? Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for stopping by. The next few weeks and months are actually going to be surprisingly busy for Call of Duty. We have got updates on updates on updates inbound, and today I wanted to go through and break down all of the key dates, all of the key events that you want to keep an eye on for here in the near future as we approach the launch of Modern Warfare 4, because we've got a ton of things happening for Modern Warfare 4 itself, with the potential for even more surprises to pop up in between some of the confirmed events and dates that we've got now and launch. We've got some pretty significant, pretty major updates to be on the lookout for between BO7 and Warzone as well. So looking towards the future here, first up, we actually have something that has just recently been announced happening towards the start of August, and that is yet another chance to get hands-on with Modern Warfare 4. It's in very limited capacity. We just talked about this the other day, but there is going to be a new in-person event for Modern Warfare 4 with the Kill Block Gunfight experience. This is going to be at EWC Paris. This is like the whole esports World Cup where there's all sorts of tournaments going on. Infinity Ward has confirmed they're going to be there from August 5th to the 9th, and if you are in attendance at this event, just like at the New York City Fanatics Fest, you could go up to the Infinity Ward in the Call of Duty booth and actually play some gunfight there on the Kill Block map. So if you wanted to check it out in person, that is a very limited event, but nonetheless a new Modern Warfare 4 actual like alpha experience event. I still really wish they would do some kind of like weekend long public alpha, but nonetheless, that's our first upcoming date here to be on the lookout for. And then things start to get really chaotic as we approach the end of August and the start of September. So August 20th, as of right now, seems to be the date lined up for Season 5 Reloaded in Black Ops 7 and Warzone. This, of course, is going to be our next major update for BO7 and Warzone, and technically, most likely, our penultimate update for the entire game this year, because looking to Season 6, which we'll get to in just a moment, that most likely is not going to have a Season 6 Reloaded. Really, Season 6 is probably only going to be 4 or 5 weeks long in all actuality, because it's going to cut into the launch of Modern Warfare 4. So Season 5 Reloaded and Season 6 likely are the final two major updates for all of BO7 and Warzone before we get to the MW4 era. But Season 5 Reloaded, August 20th, pending any delays or hiccups there, that should be the date to look out for that. And then it gets completely overshadowed because August 21st is Call of Duty Next and the start of the Modern Warfare 4 early access beta. So Call of Duty Next is going to be huge in and of itself. And if it's planned to be like what it has been in the past, this means we're going to get further deep dives on the campaign and the story of Modern Warfare 4. We're going to have full-on multiplayer gameplay. We should be seeing full-on DMZ gameplay, or at least a much more thorough breakdown of it, and our first full look at Warzone for Modern Warfare 4 as well, which up until now we basically have zero info about, outside of the fact that it simply exists, or it's going to exist rather. So COD Next, much like it is every year, is going to be a huge, a massive gameplay reveal event. And of course, we'll be covering all the need to know info that stems from that. So if you want to stay in the know for everything going on in Call of Duty, be sure to hit that subscribe button. And if you guys enjoy this video as we're going through all the key things to look out for here in the future, do me a favor, hit that like button. Now, unprecedented situation here. On Call of Duty Next Day, on August 21st, usually that's just Next and Next itself. So you have that whole event, everyone there is posting all their videos, their streams, things of that nature. And then typically the beta starts a day or two after. This time though, right as Call of Duty Next ends, the Modern Warfare 4 early access beta kicks off from August 21st to August 25th. This is for anyone who's got a beta code, or if you pre-ordered the game. So if you won a beta code from someone, or got a Twitch drop or whatever, or if you've pre-ordered any version of the game, you'll get access to the early access beta. This will be weekend 1. And then we get to the middle of that week, basically, right after the early access beta for MW4 ends, we get another unprecedented event. The pre-orders open up for Nintendo Switch 2 on August 26th. So this will be Call of Duty back on Nintendo officially, and this should come with its own announcements in and of itself. Maybe they talk about this a bit at Call of Duty Next. We're gonna have to wait and see, but we also could have its own like Nintendo Switch Call of Duty announcement blog or reveal or deep dive, something else that specifies what to expect with COD on the Nintendo Switch 2. But those pre-orders go live on August 26th. And then the following weekend, we are going to have the second beta weekend, the open beta weekend from August 28th until September 1st. So anyone can play Modern Warfare 4 that weekend. You don't have to pre-order. You could be on any current gen console, PC, or Nintendo Switch 2. That'll be available in the open weekend as well, so that'll be pretty interesting. And that, of course, is the final hands-on experience for MW4 before the game launches. That concludes, like I said, on September 1st, and then September, for the most part, is pretty quiet, outside of the fact that Season 6 should be dropping on September 17th, so right smack in the middle of the month, according to the Battle Pass countdown timer currently live in Black Ops 7 and Warzone. Again, if anything happens there, any hiccups, any potential delays, we'll have to keep an eye on that. I'll, of course, inform you guys if anything like that were to happen, but September 17th, with the Season 6 update, that seems to be the target there. Season 6, of course, like I mentioned earlier, though, is not a full season, because on October 16th, we are going to have the Modern Warfare 4 campaign early access go live. So if you pre-order the game, you'll be able to play the campaign a week before the game launches fully on October 23rd. And that means with Season 6 going live on September 17th, we have almost exactly a month, basically, until MW4 ends up being available to play with early access campaign. Once that hits and we're playing MW4 ourselves, there is going to be no focus on BO7 or Warzone. It's full steam ahead on MW4, which means it's going to be basically a 4-week season before there's no more focus on the game. We might have a few extra weeks with like weekly challenges, maybe, but Season 6 never usually is a full season, although it does contain the Haunting update. We've had leaks for Haven's Hollow with a Haunting, like, revamped version of that map. Hopefully we'll have some other cool stuff across Verdansk, Avalon. The crossovers and cosmetics are always pretty crazy for the Haunting. I always enjoy the update. It's a good time, but that's really the only thing happening in September, outside of maybe some surprise reveals for MW4. And then, as we just talked about, October, especially towards the second half of the month, is where things get crazy. Campaign early access on the 16th, full launch on the 23rd, and then we're officially in to Modern Warfare 4. And I can't lie, this time is flying by. Like, these dates are really not that far out, all things considered. So the next few weeks and months are going to be packed full of major things happening in Call of Duty. And of course, we are going to be covering absolutely all of them. So if you want to stay in the know for everything going on in COD, be sure to hit that subscribe button, turn on those post notifications. And if you enjoyed this video, do me a favor and hit that like button on your way out. But once again, thank you so much for tuning in. And until next time, take it easy, have an awesome rest of your day, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace out.